Hello everybody, it's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are back with yet another nail video. Of course, Born Pretty very kindly sent over some more products for me to try out. So let's go ahead and see what they sent. Alright, so it looks like they sent over a couple of polishes and then a extension nail gel. So let's see exactly what everything is. So this first item we have here is this extension nail gel. It is in the shade Nude. So it seems like this is one of those sort of hard gels that you can use to apply your polish over it. That is really cool. You just kind of scoop out the tip, put it on, and then it's really easy to kind of clean up and smooth it out. It's sort of like a poly gel, but it's really just more like a nail extension type of product. Then we also have this, which I accidentally scratched when I was opening the packaging, but this looks really cool. Let's see. This is from their Born Pretty Pro line, which I don't think I've ever tried anything from the Pro line so far, but it says on here it's a gel polish. Oh, and this is the rubber base gel. So let's see if it's a clear or if it's just a color. Oh yeah, all right, so this is just a clear, so I guess we'll try both this one and the extension nail gel in order to apply the nail tips today, and we'll kind of see how both of them perform. Then for these ones in the bottle here, we have this one, which is one of their glitter thermal gels in CCG01. So let's crack this open, see what the shade looks like. Ooh, that is actually very cool. As always, we will be swatching everything out, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one is another glitter thermal gel in CCG05. Ooh, you know what? I think I might have this one actually. I'm gonna have to look back at my last video because I think this might be one that I used last time. All right, so I did just dig through my nail polish and I do actually already have this one. So obviously I'm going to keep the one that I've already used, and I'm probably just gonna give the newer one away to one of my friends. And obviously because I literally did a whole set in my last nail video using this shade, I'm not going to swatch it out or show it in today's video. If you want to see what this polish looks like, you can go ahead and check out that one. And then the last one that they sent is this jelly thermal gel in JTG05. So let's crack this one and see what that one looks like. Whoa, that's cool. So this is a black sort of jelly thermal gel. So probably similar to that other one, it just doesn't have those gold flecks in it. But again, we will swatch this out and see what color it turns into. So I'm just going to grab a tip out of here so we can swatch out these shades. So first one we're going to test out is this glitter thermal gel, again in CCG01. So it's kind of like an orangey red with these gold flecks in it. It definitely is that jelly sort of clear base, but let's go ahead and cure this and I'll do another layer. All right, so I just took it out of the lamp and I forgot that this is thermal, but it looks like it turns this cool yellow shade from the original orange. But let's go ahead and do another coat and see how this builds up. You can really see the difference when I hold them like this, what the cold version and the hot version look like. This is actually really, really cool. And then just taking a lint-free wipe with a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to get rid of the tacky layer. But this is what the color looks like when it's all cold and then when it's more warm. Then the next one we're gonna test out is the jelly thermal gel in JTG05. So this is just kind of like that cool black. I'm interested to see if it'll turn like what the other one turns, like a kind of whitish gray, or if it'll turn into any other kind of color. So this is just one layer cold. And then, yep, so similar to the one that I used in my last video, the other thermal gel, the black one turned this kind of grayish white color. So let's go ahead and do a second coat. And I love the Born Pretty jelly formula because they definitely do build up if you want them to, but they still can be pretty translucent if you only want to do 1 or 2 coats. So this is with 2 coats cold and this is with 2 coats warm. So now I'm going to again just wipe this off. It'll probably make it turn cold again just because of the rubbing alcohol. Yeah, so that is pretty cool. I really, really like this one as well. I think I'm definitely going to use that one today as part of my nail set. So again, this is what this one looks like when it's all cool. And then when it's a little bit more warm, it's kind of that grayish kind of color. So similar to last video, I can't really keep these nails on very long, so I'm not going to do any sort of crazy prep. I have shown how I prep my nails before in the past, but since I can't really have long nails on right now, I'm not going to do any sort of primer or etching on the inside of the nail like I normally would, but I do still want to try out applying them with these 2 different methods. So let me go ahead and size out my tips for my right hand. so nail tips are all sized out. Let me get this stuff out of the way. First one that I think I want to try out is this one here. This is the extension nail gel, and this is that really solid nail gel. So I've seen a couple of other people try this out, and from what I've seen, the best way to do this is just actually take it on the tip like this. I don't really know how much to do, to be honest. We're gonna restart because I took like way too much, so I'm gonna take a lot less this time. Maybe just like this much. I don't know. I think that seems good. And then just starting kind of here, I'm gonna press down and then just work my way like that. And we'll see if that's straight. And then I'm just going to clean up any sort of squeeze out with some rubbing alcohol. All right, so I just went ahead and cured this for probably like 90 seconds. I just wanted to do it super long just to be sure that it was like fully cured through all the way, and it definitely is. And this feels really good and really, really solid. I would definitely use this again, especially if you're practicing doing nails on yourself for the first time, like using a sort of gel polish to adhere tips like this. I think that this makes it really easy. But now I think for the rest of the nails, I would actually like to try this out, the rubber base gel. So again, normally I would do some sort of like prep for this, but since I can't have the nails on very long, I'm not going to do any extra prep or adhesive for it. So the way that the rubber base gel feels is just like a super thick, normally I would use base coat to apply this, right? So this just feels like a really, really thick version of that. I'm curious to see if the nail kind of moves, if the nail lifts, but I'm still gonna go ahead and stick this under the lamp to cure. So we got this one on. I tried to smooth it out a little bit, but it was kind of too late, so that's why that one looks a little bit crazy. But I actually really, really like this rubber base as a adhesive for gel tips. I think that it works super nicely. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn the lamp on, and get this stuck. So we've got all of the tips on, accidentally knocked this one going in, so that one's a little bit crooked, but you know what, it's fine. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and with my hand file and just kind of file around if there is any squeeze out just along this sort of edge line on my nails, just so the polish goes on pretty smooth over them. So after that light filing, I'm just gonna wipe them off with some rubbing alcohol just to make sure we got a nice smooth surface. Now I'm gonna go in with the Jelly Thermal Gel and just do 2 coats of this on all of my nails before we do a little bit of a design. So I have the 2 coats on here. I also did my thumb, just finished curing that. That already has a top coat on it. I think it looks really good. Now, I think what I'm actually gonna do is use some of this metallic drawing gel that I got in my last video, I believe. This is in the shade Cyberpunk. It's like this really cool metallic silver. So I think I want to take a little bit on here and do like a snowflake, because I kind of wanted to do a sort of wintry type of look. You know what, let me go ahead and zoom this in. I'll kind of rest my hand on here because I was trying to do it zoomed in and I felt like I really couldn't see, so I already wiped it off like twice. That's why my nail looks like this. But let's go ahead, grab a really nice amount of this because I feel like I wasn't taking enough, and just do straight line, even it out a bit. Just did a little flash cure. Now I'm gonna make my cross line, and I'm gonna do 2 lines across like this.